Fuck it.
Yay, we're live. Welcome people to our stream this lovely day, and we're going to talk about cultural appropriation and everything what comes with that. And I'm joined today by Matthias and Gunny and CheshireCat, and I will have links in the description to their channels. And we're going to try to have a good talk about that most important of triggering events, cultural appropriation.
Otherwise known as bullshit.
Well, yeah, there is that. I know you can't call it bullshit. No, you can't say that. It is, though. It really is.
It is.
So,
okay, my one thing for the cultural appropriation is black people. They got to stop using the word nigger. That's our word. Always has been. You look it up in a dictionary, and it's a 17th century Spanish definition of a slave, a black slave. To be
actually, it goes back further than that. I just researched it today. It goes back even to the Roman Empire. It's basically a nigger is the American way and the German way of saying Niger. And Niger is Latin for black. Not black person, just black.
And we can even see the evolution of that into the modern Spanish. The actual original word was negro, which is just the Anglicized version of the Spanish word negro, which means black.
That's why it says across the bottom, mine negro. Mine negro. If you notice. I have a problem. Somebody made me a new avatar thing, and he sent it to me on Twitter in like a private, a DM. And when I try to upload it, it says that this format is not supported. And I've did it before. I mean, with the one I got now. Can he figure it out?
I'm really crap at all this.
So am I.
Which is weird because I used to be pretty good at it, but yeah, it's getting old and all that.
Yeah. Why did you turn to what's his name? Oh fuck, I can't remember the kid's name. Urkel, that's his name.
Because I'm on Tom Sequitur's channel account, not on my personal account.
Oh,
and
I see.
So we were like, okay, what are we going to do? Because the idea was that I would keep doing Wednesday and Tom would keep doing, what was it, Sunday?
Mm.
And I think Tom's was Tuesday.
And Tom's now like trapped in a Russian gulag somewhere. So,
well, we started together on Wednesday, or rather, he started it and he wanted me in from the get-go.
Yeah.
And then for real life reasons, he had to call it a quits. And basically, we were talking about what can we do to prolong this channel.
Yeah.
So at one point, we could say, okay, I could start a completely new channel. And to me, I said, well, no, I mean, I don't want to do that because he put a lot of work in this. So I'll continue on this channel. And when he comes back, it's his channel.
Yeah. I hope the fucker makes it back pretty quick.
I hope so too. But yeah, I mean, I made a small movie for him so he can drop something on his channel, but I'm not even sure if he's actually seen it. Anyway, back to cultural appropriation. I'm pretty sure all of y'all have examples of cultural appropriation. What's the last thing you guys culturally appropriated this week?
I made Chinese food.
Yeah, there you have it. By the way, there is one place in the world you are 100% sure that they will not eat what we call Chinese food.
China.
That's brilliant, but yeah, it is. I mean, in this country, I live in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, Chinese food is big. It really is. And a mate of mine went to holiday in China, and we started talking about the foods they ate there. And yeah, it was absolutely nothing that we have here. Absolutely nothing. It's brilliant.
Yeah, but I think they eat bugs over there or something.
Yeah, and chicken. I mean, when I talk about how I eat the leg of a chicken, I mean the chicken leg. the meat and when they talk about, well, they don't talk about leg of chicken. They talk about chicken feet. They actually eat the chicken feet. Apparently, it's brilliant. But
yeah, soup. They make soup out of it, eh?
No. They actually eat the legs themselves. Apparently, sorry, the feet themselves. Apparently.
Ugh, yuck.
I've never tried it, but apparently it's really good.
I used to live next door to a chicken farm, an industrial chicken farm, egg farm. I worked there like this is when I was young. Kid, we had dairy farm on one side of the tracks and a fucking 120,000 chickens on the other side. The smell in the summer was horrendous, and ever since then I've had a real hard time eating chicken.
But this is kind of interesting though, because isn't eating chicken cultural appropriation?
I don't know. Who do we appropriate?
I think that's a Mesopotamian thing. I'll have to double check, but I think it dates back to Arabia.
Yeah, because you didn't have a lot of chickens in Europe.
I was going to say, where did well not or originate, but yeah, where did like chickens? Who claims them? Let's put it that way.
I think the originals were from Africa. They were a tad bit bigger though.
A Z.
No, but I mean,
I also ate a taco yesterday, but I didn't make it. But I ate one.
Well, there you have it. You're culturally appropriating off of the Mexican culture or the Texas culture, actually, because you can be eating tacos in Texas as well, can't you?
Yeah, well, Texas is supposedly part of Mexico still. I think they fought a war over it.
One second, because I'm. Oh, by the way, Marcus, give us an example on your cultural appropriation of last week.
I culturally appropriated black folk by listening to some rap music.
What the fuck for?
Actually, rap music is not a black thing.
What? Oh, actually, yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, I have a Beatles song. That's a rap song.
Mm-hmm.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band reprise. That's like 60 something. It's a rap song. It even has the same beat. It's
Come Together. Come Together is kind of a rap song.
Well, yeah. Not as much though. I mean, I can't put on music here because I don't want people to put strikes on us and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
but yeah. No, so Xeroxide is also about like, haha, ban whites from rapping. No, it's the other way around. Fuck you with your black rap. It's our thing. They stole it.
That Cohen lesbian bitch that's pushing for Sharia law. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I say we gather up a fucking enough money and send that chick to the Middle East for a while. She wants to live under fucking Sharia law. Send her off there. Let her appropriate a little fucking Islamic culture.
Yeah, she won't survive that.
Well, she says now white people should lose the First Amendment rights.
No.
White people should lose First Amendment rights?
Yep, just white people.
No, if you try and take my free speech, there's going to be a war. I mean, I will stand on a hilltop with a rifle. I don't care if I'm the only one. Try and take away my free speech, I will fight you to the death. I know. That is where I draw the line.
Yeah, I just don't know. It's getting crazy out there, boys. Buy ammo. Oh yeah, you modwain in Cheshire, you guys can't even buy guns, can you?
Exactly.
That's not true. We can buy them. It's just not legal.
I have to be like a farmer or something if I want to buy a legal weapon.
And it's only shotguns, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only like single barrel. Well, not double barrel and anything that's basically not pump action, I think. I could be wrong on that, but it's only if you have to reload it by hand, I can buy it probably.
Then again, though, I have a 60-pound bow I mean, it's not as easy to use as a handgun, but if you have a handgun and I have my bow and there's still a little bit of room between us, there's a good chance I get you before you get me.
I got a hatchet somewhere, so.
Oh no, I got that.
Are you going to scream Allah Akbar as you use
it? I'm culturally appropriating you Yanks right now because I'm enjoying a nice Jack Daniels.
Aha!
You're also culturally appropriating our internet. We invented that shit in
No,
California
you
in the
didn't.
70s. In California in the 70s.
No, that's not true. A precursor of the internet was already active. It had a different name in France. I forgot the name of it, but it was already active in France.
You guys are all wrong. The Navy invented the internet in the 1952.
Really?
Yes, the U.S. Navy invented the fucking internet. Well, what we'd consider, in 1952, after they started bringing computer and ultra low frequency radio waves and shit like that. It used to be, wireless basically, but they used to integrate everything. That's where the internet, the concept of the internet came from. It's the U.S. Navy, actually. That's why Al Gore keeps. I don't know how Al Gore
invented the internet back when he was a sperm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand that guy, man, at all.
Well,
yeah, I mean, like, I tried to get behind Al Gore. I mean, this was back in the year 1999, etc. Before I became as conservative as I am. I was more more open to both sides at that point. And Al Gore was the start of that downfall towards conservatism. And I'm all like, is this really my option here? This guy?
I tried to get behind Al Gore once, but his security stopped me.
What were you holding?
Just my K-bar.
Bad boy. But yeah, no, I had the same problem with Al Gore, though. I mean, I still remember that when he came out with his Inconvenient Truth a few years ago, he basically made the Kyoto Accords, I think it was Kyoto, fail because he didn't want to sign them. And then a few years later, he comes with his Inconvenient Truth, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Now you're complaining about how we're not doing enough. You stopped some of the action. So, especially
since that global warming is just the biggest fucking fraud, and it's a fraud, massive fraud.
It's not a fraud. I mean, no. It is actually there. The thing
there is no such fucking thing as man-made global warming.
Man-made. The thing is man-made. Yeah. Man-made isn't 100% sure. I'm completely on board with you on that. There is global warming. The question
we're coming out of an ice age. We're supposed to be warming right now.
Yeah, but we're going a little bit too fast.
Yes, but my point is, I want to know how sending crooks and corporations trillions of dollars is going to stop the Earth from doing what it's been doing for 4.5 fucking billion years.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Explain that concept to me. I want to know what man can do to stop the Earth from what it's going to fucking do.
Well,
we can put more oxygen in the air if we can figure out a way to mass produce oxygen on that level. We could put more oxygen in the air, but that's really about the only thing we can do. I mean,
there's a second thing. We can try to capture the carbons that we emit. So there is that option too. But there is a lot of research going on. I mean, there is this thing about diminishing our carbon footprint. There is the option of trying to get more carbon captured. All these things are, being discussed.
Well, yes, but my point is, why don't we do something like something real, like pollution? Okay, like real pollution, corporate pollution. Dumping shit into the ocean, stuff we can actually affect. Why don't we spend our money on that? How about cleaning up our water supply?
I agree with that. I totally agree with that, but I don't think it's one or the other. You know what I mean? I think we should do both. I mean, especially if you look in America, if you look like, for example, areas like Flint, where they can't even have proper drinking water.
I know. And somehow, did you hear that? I know. Did you hear that? Hillary Clinton said that Donald Trump is responsible for Flint's water supply.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is responsible for everything, according to Hillary.
I know.
Every puppy that dies, you know, Trump has his hands on its neck.
Not to be a massive cunt, guys, but I don't see how unless we can culturally appropriate the climate, I'm not sure how.
That's what I mean. I think we are appropriating the climate.
Yeah, no,
I think the Earth will have a problem with us little fucking viruses running around.
No, I think
claiming that we can change it.
I think what Cheshire is trying to say is that we are drifting off subject a bit, and I am crap at this. So you are completely right, Cheshire. I easily get see. This is why we had Tom. He was good at this stuff.
Yeah.
Last week,
he's a good taskmaster.
Yeah, he is. Last week, Carlos was pulling the reins back in from time to time. I'm really crap at this. I'm sorry. I'm a babble mouth, I guess.
The cultural appropriation thing is like how I don't understand how this is supposed to work. Like.
Well, the theory goes like this: minority group A did thing, or a member of minority group A did thing B, and it's being used by group C, and that is somehow stealing item B from group A, and therefore it's wrong. However, I don't get that. The greatest human achievements, for instance, black folk love to bring out the peanut butter, or the potato chips. You know, these food products that of the refrigerator and various things like that. All of these things that these individual black folk did were improvements upon things that already existed. So wouldn't they have culturally appropriated the previous incarnations of these items first to make them better? I mean, their logic really breaks down when you delve into the history of these things that they, quote, did, end quote.
Well, yeah, that being said, I mean, what do we say to, I mean, anyone who complains about cultural appropriation and then picks up a phone to call someone, or goes into a house with central heating, or goes into a house with central plumbing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cultural appropriation. That's white culture. That's Roman culture.
Well, no, they came up with a way around that. I'm not kidding. I've heard this argument a few times in my adventures on Twitter, when they say that cultural appreciation isn't the same thing as cultural appropriation, which the only thing I've been able to figure out what's appropriation and what's appreciation is when black people do it, it's appreciation. When white people do it, it's appropriation.
Yeah.
Which,
okay. But my point is, so if I'm driving a car and I happen to shoot somebody out the window of it, is that cultural appropriation? And the black people?
No, that's murder.
No, yeah.
No, but yeah, drive-by shootings is not a black thing.
It's an Italian
thing.
It
came from the
nope.
They stole that from the Italians.
Nope, it goes
Chicago
back further. It goes back further and further in time. I think it's an Egyptian thing. They had horseback marches.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, they're culturally appropriate. No, but I never understood the term cultural appropriation to begin with. I mean, if I appropriate something from you, for example, I appropriate your car. Can you step into your car and drive your car away? No, because I've got it now. Isn't that appropriation? So if I appropriate, by lack of sanity, I appropriate dreadlocks, does that now mean that no black man is allowed, or black woman is allowed to wear dreadlocks?
I like that shit is just it's insane. It's like with a woman. It's like, okay, it's like a woman. If you
she was going to assault him with scissors. That's
I know that.
Yeah, that's physical assault.
I would have punched her right in the fucking skull.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would be as kind as the guy was, to be honest.
No, there's no way. I've had a few run-ins lately. This is just. I was uptown the other day, and this fucking native guy, like one of our native Canadians, pissed out of shape, and he was doing aggressive panhandling to this fucking little old senior citizen sitting down, right? And you can tell he's just tweaking out, right? He's just fucking tweaking from side to side. And I said, leave the fucking old lady alone. And he comes like, what are you going to do about it? And I fucking took my finger and I poked him right in the eye. he hit the ground like a sack of shit.
Yeah.
And, like these people, it's like if you take, the more you give them, the more they want. And the more they want, the more they get, the more they bitch about everything else. It's like taking a woman's, making a woman's life perfect. And that'll fuck her up, because then you've taken the one thing that she lives for, to bitch, away from her. So she'll have to bitch about not being able to bitch.
Oh yeah, I read an article not too long ago on, I think it was Jezebel or some bullshit website, on how a woman was complaining about how her husband had been so lazy and blah 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 blah, and she wants to be a house mom, but she can't because she's a feminist, and feminism kind of demands her that she has a career in whatever gender study thing she has. I'm like, you want to be a mother, you want to be a housewife, but you can't because of feminism, and you're okay with that? If you're okay with it, you don't want it. If you want it, you're not okay with it.
That's mental illness.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, fuck.
Anyway, I'm digressing once again. I mean, back to cultural appropriation. Can anyone say anything about something that has been culturally appropriated back and forth?
Oh yeah.
Toilets.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Marcus.
But just using, now I'm part native, so I had this obsession with my native genes when I was a teenager, and I come to find out that the dream catcher has been appropriated back and forth. It started off as a small thing with varied meaning across several tribes. White people decided to pick it up and started selling it as a handy little knickknack, and then now it's being quote unquote reclaimed by natives. It's all like, dude, that's not even from your tribe.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. I mean, I know, for example, the Netherlands is world renowned for their tulips, but they're not Dutch. I mean, yeah, they are now, but basically they're Turkish. Nobody seems to realize that anymore, but they are.
Well, you realize that pasta was invented in China, right?
Indeed. It's not an Italian thing.
Brought back by Marco Polo.
Funny enough, China is a Dutch thing.
What?
Yeah, it is.
Fancy dinnerware.
Fancy dinnerware, the way China is made.
Okay.
That's a Dutch thing. But the Chinese were better at making it, or they made it cheaper. And therefore, England started mass importing it from China. So suddenly it wasn't Delft's Blauw, because the original name was Delft's Blauw.
Yeah.
And that
when you said China, I thought you meant the little guys with the slanted eyes.
Well,
I wasn't thinking pottery. I wasn't thinking pottery. I was thinking, how the fuck did the Netherlands invent China?
Well, as I said, it was Delft's Blauw, and then the English kind of brought a bit to China, and they said in China, "Can you make this?" And China said, "Well, yeah, sure." So then they started producing it in mass numbers, way more than the Dutch could. And then they just basically said, okay, we're not going to call it Delft's Blauw anymore. We're going to call it China. Fuck the Dutch.
Yeah. The English kind of did the same thing with the tea. Black tea was not originally from England. It was imported from China, but then after they got
India as well.
I thought I was going to say, wasn't it? It wasn't
you motherfuckers imported, let's see, there's like a long list of things. Toilets
Heroin
were the first thing I could think of, because we invented the first form of like modern sanitation.
No, that were the Romans.
That was the Romans.
With toilets, I mean.
Yeah, still the Romans.
Still the Romans. They
No.
they also invented the first pay
Reinvented
toilet.
porcelain toilets.
They found buildings in what was Samaria, which is Iraq. They actually found 2-story buildings with indoor plumbing in Samaria. So that's you guys are all wrong there. They've been
culturally appropriating the Syrians.
Yeah, that really blew me away when I heard that. They were having two. This is what Sumerians were 7,000 years ago, and they were building 3-story buildings and had plumbing and shitters in the house and the whole fucking 9 yards.
Yeah, not as good as the Romans had, though.
No. Well, here's something funny. Sanitation was such an accomplishment for the Romans and such a point of pride. They even had a goddess of sewers, and I'm not kidding.
Yep. I know that.
But here's another funny thing. Because when we talk about cultural appropriation, we're talking about what white people take from black people and what white people take from Mexican people and what white people take from Asian people. But if we look at white people, if we look at Europe, culturally, the difference between Roman cultures, Hispanic cultures, French Germanic cultures, German Germanic cultures, North Germanic cultures, and the English culture. I mean, none of them are the same.
No.
But when we move cultural stuff throughout Europe, it's not called cultural appropriation.
Well, is this diversity? Would you consider diversity part of cultural appropriation or cultural integration? Okay, now I've been trying to get one of these. I tried to get Edgy to do it. I tried to get Gary to do it. I've tried to get Rory to do it. I've tried to get Suit to do it. I keep telling these guys, how come only white countries need to have a social diversity? Why can't we take these rich, do-gooding liberals and send them to Africa to help them rebuild or build their countries up, right? That way we don't have mass migration. All these people aren't getting killed on the high seas. We're not killing people. We're saving, the rich right liberals can jump on an airplane and be in Africa in fucking 10 hours, right? Wouldn't that be a better way? And I'm pretty sure that there's a lack of fucking well-educated, rich, white liberals in Africa.
Well, that's because rich white liberals won't last long in Africa.
Well, they sure want to bring them over here.
Yeah, that is something weird. That is true. I had a talk today, actually, because there was, how do you call it, someone collecting for money for one of the many Save the Children programs. And I said, yeah, okay, well, I think it's a good cause, but I'm not going to give you any cents. Yeah, but we're helping people in South Africa, or not South Africa, but in the continent of Africa. And I said, yeah, which is a good thing. But you're not helping them. I mean, you're giving them something. But here comes the story about the man who got a fish and the man who learned how to fish.
Exactly.
And we're just giving out fish. And no matter how many fish we give them, they're still going to need more.
Yeah. So a hand up is better than a hand out.
Yeah. So we need to fix society there. And funny enough, if you look at white culture, the English have really tried to make South Africa and South America, well, South America not as much because that's mostly Spanish and Portuguese, but they actually tried to make these cultures stand out more. I mean, slavery, for example, I think it was Zimbabwe. I have to look it up. But slavery in a lot of South African countries, African countries, not South African, got stopped because the English said, well, we're the boss here now, and we don't abide by slavery. So no, slavery is not allowed.
Yeah.
This was in Zimbabwe, in Zaire, in South Africa, actually. I mean, they stopped slavery.
Well, what most people don't understand is like the Atlantic slave trade, right? That's the one that everybody bitches about. They all want, reparations and all this crap like that. You realize when the Portuguese and the Spanish started going down to Africa and taking or buying slaves, they were buying slaves from African tribes. Usually the African tribes had troublemakers in them, right? And the king would say, you're a fucking slave. I'm going to sell you to this white dude. Okay. for the first 100 years of the Atlantic slave trade, the Spanish weren't allowed more than like 2 miles inside of the African, off the African coast. They were brought, like the slaves were brought from inner Africa to slave fucking cities like Morocco and those places like that, and sold to people. They weren't allowed to go just randomly rounding up black people and throwing them on the thing, right? So if these black people want reparations, get over to the tribes that sold your parents into fucking slavery and get it from them.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's
I think reparations has already been paid. Now, as I said, I'm part native, and the natives were treated like shit. However, let me explain to you what life is like for me now. Here I am in my air-conditioned apartment, watching this stream, playing on the chat, on the internet, and I get to sleep without animals killing me, and I don't have to pray to Great Bear Spirit that I make it through this fever all right. So, you know what? Bad things happened. I get to live like this now. You know what? I can get over it.
Yeah.
Go back to a couple centuries. I'd have to be like demanding reparations from about 5 different countries, because you had like Anglo-Saxons, Romans, everyone invading England, taking slaves and whatnot, even the Vikings.
Yeah, well, I'm Swede, Norwegian, Russian, and German. I'm the whitest motherfucker here, okay?
You just did all the evil, didn't you?
Yeah.
My ancestors killed, raped, burned, murdered, stole, plundered, brigandage everybody here. And I haven't got 2 fucking nickels to rub together.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I mean, cultural appropriation is a nice little way of trying to virtue signal and blame, well, people for whatever they want to blame them. But it doesn't mean anything. I mean, if you look at well, let's take the concept of slavery. Blacks were the ones that made slavery, chattel slavery in England. It wasn't the whites.
Yeah. Well, actually, like if you get right down to it, the fucking it's always been like in a the farthest back that you can trace slavery is into like the Sinai Peninsula, Egypt, the Middle East, right?
Yeah,
it still goes on there today.
it still goes
like
on.
today.
True.
Like if you want to go fucking get some fucking slave money, go over there. Leave us the fuck alone. You know, at least when we brought you over here. We may not have treated you the nicest, and we may not invited you to the table, but you still had your little shack out back, and you had your potato plantings and stuff like this. Oh, speaking, Marcus, you said potato chips were invented by black people. I thought that would have been a mixing for sure.
Oh no. The story goes that a black chef was told, a French black chef was told to make these little potato crisps, these little fried potato bits, thinner and crunchier. And so he sliced them so thin and fried them so long that he thought they'd be inedible, and the guy thought they were brilliant. However, he like I was saying, was again taking that old potato treat idea and improving upon it or altering it to make it better to that guy.
Improvement.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, this cultural appropriation stuff is just, I don't know. It's a difficult concept for me to wrap my head around. Like, you know, we're all people.
Yeah.
You know, we're all people. And if I see like the big lighter, let's say, okay, a lot of black people be running around with a stick and a fucking bowl trying to light cigarettes right now. If we didn't invent a fucking lighter, does that mean that every time a fucking black guy lights a cigarette that he's culturally appropriating white culture?
Yeah, I mean, like, one of the things I love best about the Romans, the reason I'm so obsessed with them, is because their entire culture was built upon combining ideas, combining technology, making this taking things, subtracting, adding more, and just making it better. Their army is a perfect example of that.
Oh yeah.
Their sword was Spanish. Yeah, their sword was Spanish. Their helmet was Etruscan. Their shield was an exaggerated example of a Greek design. Everything they did was just essentially culturally appropriated and made better.
It was an amalgamation of what they. Well, not as well. I guess you could use the word correctly, appropriated there, because once they conquered you, they appropriated everything you had, right?
Well, yeah. But funny enough, the Borg is kind of based on the Roman Empire. Funny enough, but the Borg was actually, because basically what the Borg come in, they look at what you've got. What you got is better than what I got, therefore we will use your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they did it at the point of a sword, but we don't live in those kinds of times anymore where you have to walk into someone's country with a 50,000-man army and take their shit. You can just say, hey, let's work together. You know, you can pick up the phone and say, hey, let's work together.
Get on the internet.
That's
we are right now.
That's the funniest thing, though. I mean, we always think that large cultures back in the days conquered other cultures, but the Roman Empire actually is a good example that this is not always the case. Not every tribe, not every area that joined the Roman Empire did so because they were conquered. Some of them just actually joined.
It was in northern Turkey. What was it called? It was in northern. The guy left his kingdom to the Romans. I can't remember its name. Hold on a second.
Well, like even Genghis Khan was marrying his family with the Roman Empire, right?
Yeah.
At one,
No, Genghis Khan was much later than that. I think you're thinking of it.
Yes, I'm just
second part, the Byzantium part.
Yeah, like they integrated. They didn't just fucking war. Sure, they fought and killed each other, but that was what kings did back then, right? You pissed me off, now I'm going to kill you. Sort of deal, right? I'm going to take my Spanish sword and chop your fucking sloped head off with it. I mean, if you get right down, the Chinese invented gunpowder? Did they invent actually cannon? You know what I mean?
I think not. I think the Chinese did invent gunpowder, but they used it for how do you call it?
Rockets. They actually had rockets. There was one of the first dynasty. One of the princes actually built a throne and put rockets on it because he was going to the moon.
That's a good story.
Blew himself all to shit.
Well, nobody knows what happened to him because they never found him back.
Yeah, they never found it after the big boom. They never found anything left of him. Hey, Carlos.
Hello, people. Oh,
hey, Carlos.
Gunny.
What up, Carlos?
Listen to you, and Matthias and Cheshire.
Modwain, come on.
Continue. Conversation was going good. I at the moment I don't have anything to add. It's fine.
The only thing I'm adding is my increasing level of drunkenness.
Shit, I drank half a bottle of whiskey, man.
Yeah, you like I said to the Cheshire, you're appropriating Tennessee.
Yeah.
Actually, I have not drunk half a bottle. I've drank 2/3 of a bottle of whiskey.
That's pretty much where I am.
I have on the wagon for a while.
Yes, you should. I should as well. Just so I always back up my statements. That's what I do. I never say anything. Let me just get my camera working. It's a Clan McGregor. I bought it today.
I hate that shit.
And look how much is it? Look at the bottom. You can see it twinkle.
Actually, your picture's froze, but
heavily delayed. But yeah,
I always back up my stuff. And I tell you, it's for less than €9. It's fucking awesome.
Holy fuck! It's like over here the 40s.
Yeah, I've had shit whiskey, I tell you, but this one is acceptable. Now, let's get back on topic. Cultural appropriation. See, I'm culturally...
You're drinking whiskey. Damn
yes,
you!
I'm cultural. No, actually, I'm not culturally appropriating because I'm a Celt. The Scots are Celts from Ireland, as the Irish are. So I'm not. I'm actually enhancing my own culture. See?
The thing about whiskey is people like to talk about how much the Irish like to drink, and a lot of people will drop, "Oh, that's just a stereotype." I'm like, do you know what whiskey means? It means water of life. All right. So
Yes, it does.
True that.
Absolutely.
Actually, I got a story about some whiskey. I had until my place. I had a house fire a couple of years back. But a friend of mine, he retired from the army, and he moved over to Ireland, and he bought a place, right? And he was doing some renovations, and they kicked in this wall, and they found an old whiskey cellar, chock full of 120-year-old fucking Irish whiskey.
Oh
And
God!
he sent me 6 bottles of it, and holy fuck, you want to talk about whiskey? Oh my God, that was
Oh God! Oh God!
you know those old green bottles that were round at the bottom that everybody drank rum and everything out of 100 years ago. It was
Even then there were only 3 brands: Jameson's, Bushmills, and Tullamore.
Well, this had no labels on it at all. This was obviously made at home by this guy, right?
Oh God! I would have fucking killed. I would have bombed Baghdad for that whiskey.
I did. That was back in my drinking days, and I had 3 bottles left when my fucking house burnt down. And fucking went up with that. That pissed me off, man.
Yeah, that must have been a nice.
I only drank it. My Harley burnt up. Everything fucking
hell. But Harley, cultural appropriation.
Why?
Harley.
Yeah.
I feel like we're worse than the feminists at this point for constantly shouting cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. I really know, but yeah. No, but it's true though, because bikes were, I think, German thing well before the Americans started with it. Da-da!
Well, Studebaker. Studebaker was a French car, wasn't it?
No. Absolutely not. Studebaker was one of the most premium brands of automobiles pre-Depression era. It was the most expensive car in the world you could buy.
My cousin
before 1929.
My cousin has an 1889 wooden Studebaker up in the rafters of his shop.
Wow.
Oh Jesus! He has. I can't even imagine. I can't put a price on that. And I can put a price on a lot of shit.
Yeah, he is one of the best auto body paintmans on this side of the country. And he's got some cherry cars. Like he's got like the '67 GTO Roadrunner. He's got like all the old Mopar. He's got Vets. He's got fucking. I just go over to his place and I sit there and I drool. I want the car. What, you got $100,000? Well, he wanted it. He wanted 100 for his '67 GTO.
Oh God, a Studebaker, a wooden Studebaker. If it was
a wooden, though,
a wooden one, that would
and
be.
It looked, a wood. It was made out of cherry and oak.
Well, Studebaker was a coach builder. You'd buy.
That's what that is.
Hey, but people, I've been trying to get Base Mama in, and it's not working. Can anyone give me a hint?
I sent her through Minds if she wants to.
So did I, but she asked me to send it through Hangout, but I have no idea how to do that.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Well, there's only 13 watching, so fuck it. We can always kick out who we don't like.
Well, we can do that. I don't care.
God, I'm not drunk for fuck's sake. I drank 2/3 of that bottle that I showed, and I'm not fucking drunk.
There we go. So if you want in, you can come in. If it's full, I'll kick you out. Base Mama is the first one, and the rest of it, I don't give a fuck.
I'm craving a drink right now, though. Holy fuck!
Yeah, I've been drinking too much, but I haven't been drinking alcohol, so that's okay then.
I'll have to answer. I have to answer Carlos David. He said that I think Bushmills use Portuguese casks. Nearly every whiskey maker in the British Isles use old port wine casks and Madeira wine casks. So I hope that answers you, man. Yes, absolutely.
Sounds about right.
It gives it that. I've actually identified it. It gives it a slightly rose type taste to the whiskey, which the more port wine casks they use, if the older they use.
Speaking of whiskeys, have you guys ever drank Crown Royal?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Mild. It's actually not. I mean, it's not that bad. It's very smooth. I mean, I was in my mid-20s when that was at its peak. So of course I've drank Crown Royal. However,
from where?
I think that's American.
No,
it could be English.
It's Canadian.
I think it's Canadian.
Crown Royal's Canadian.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, I have.
It's this.
Yes.
Everybody's just nuts over that crap. I think it tastes like fucking boat gas.
It's too light. I reckon it's too light. It's not. It's nothing that I would get excited about. I hate sweet alcohol drinks.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
That's why I love whiskey. It's dry. Whiskey is dry. Even
I like vodka.
Bourbon is dry. Yeah.
I like vodka now. I used to be a Jack Daniels man, fucking on 100%.
I like Jim Beam better.
I don't mind a shot of Jim Beam every once in a while, right? But Jack's cheaper.
Clan McGregor is the most cheap whiskey I can buy that's actually palatable.
What was that old, I don't know if you guys, Ripple or whatever the fuck was it?
This one's actually palatable. The others, there is another one. It's Lock something. Fuck, I made the mistake of buying that shit. Oh, God.
Have you ever drank, what's it called? I think it's John Beck's Scotch. I can't remember. That'll Scotch, fucking kill you. Oh my God. It's literally drinking bleach.
So let's see. I'm Celt, so I'm not culturally appropriating whiskey. But the rest of you, you guys need to go to bourbon land.
Hey, I'm like,
well, that's what Jack Daniels is bourbon.
Somewhere along the line, I doubt I'll be culturally appropriating it. So
cultural appropriation is the most. That's
why I drink vodka now, because, like I said, I'm Russian and Russian-German, and I drink vodka now.
Yeah, vodka, if it's not made from potatoes, it's basically bourbon without the color.
Yeah, it's just well, you know how they get the color in whiskey is they burn the inside of the barrels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why any whiskey made in America is legally bound to be made in charred oak barrels.
Yeah.
I think that's why I find Jim Beam, which I don't get a lot here, that most of it's Jack Daniels. It's different. I find that it's slightly different.
It's lighter. It's got a lighter.
I haven't tried Jim Beam.
It is. Yes, it is lighter, and also it has a dryness and shit. I can't describe it because it's been about a year and a half since I drank it. But there is something there. I've drank Jack Daniels 3 months ago, shot, and the Jim Beam. Yeah, I love shots.
Dude, I just drink it as I just get a double with, I don't know, some form of mixer, maybe Coke or.
Oh, you put mix in fucking whiskey. Even putting ice in it is a fucking sin.
I've discovered that if you want to be a cunt, you say no. You drink it whiskey. You drink it straight.
I always
I wouldn't
drink
know.
Crystal straight.
Why the hell would you drink whiskey? I mean, there are so many better drinks out there. I really don't like whiskey. Zambuca, for example.
Oh, that's too sweet, man.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Zambuca is awesome. Yes.
Oh, Zambuca, is that like Zambuca? Have you guys ever had a chocolate martini?
No.
Yeah.
It's made, oh, holy fuck, man. Somebody introduced that to me about 10 years back.
I'm pretty sure I grew a vagina as I was drinking the chocolate martini.
They were bringing it to me at the end in a beer pitcher. A pitcher.
Yes,
I was just guzzling that shit back.
you have.
I used to be able to drink quite a bit.
If you want to culturally appropriate some good shit, amaretto on ice with a sprig of lime, a sprig of peppermint. You crush the peppermint, and in summer,
Oh, Disaronno.
it's a lemon. You know what amaretto is? It's a lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like amaretto though.
It's fucking awesome in summer. Only in the hottest day. You drink it at any other time, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's called Disaronno over here. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
The only time I've been able to drink it is when I was shit-faced to begin with.
Yeah, you'll drink gas at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Portugal actually has some nice liqueurs from based on almonds.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't mind some of that stuff, but the one thing that people drink that really, really, really fascinates me is rum.
Oh, that's
I know a
lovely.
few people.
Oh no,
that's
not me,
so
man.
fucking
No. Rum is the one is my Achilles heel. I mean, if I even get a whiff of that stuff when I'm drinking, I wake up the next morning and it's that where you know that kind of drunk where you wake up in the morning and you haven't even opened your eyes yet, and all of a sudden your head goes, whoop.
It depends.
Do you know what? I can drink rum and I can drink vodka, but I can't drink Southern Comfort.
Oh, I can't stand that shit. That shit is disgusting.
My fucking
What the fuck? Southern
Girlfriend.
Comfort and Coke is the best drink you can have.
Oh no, I can't.
Oh fuck.
I can't.
So,
I'll wake up
about this
next morning.
cultural appropriation, by the way.
You see,
Yeah.
We should have made this the whiskey scream.
No, we're still culturally appropriating because I'm a Celt, Portuguese Celt, and Southern Comfort is America.
Dude,
okay.
Just to a little side note, I saw some streams and some videos that we are supposed to be a community. No, see, I love Southern Comfort and Coke. You guys hate that shit. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
but no. This is okay. We are a community, but we
No,
accept
no.
that in our ground community there will be people that simply haven't a clue. So
Dude.
that's okay. You can drink Southern Comfort.
No. I don't accept authority by what's that thing? By authority. Nope.
No.
Right.
This is
guys are wrong.
democracy. This is democracy at
In
its
support.
core.
In
This is
support of
democracy at its core.
Ideas are not democratic. Ideas are just right or wrong.
Well, yeah. Ideas
what
are
was I
right
gonna
or
say?
wrong. You're wrong.
And you-
That's okay.
and you have the right to be wrong about Southern Comfort.
No, you have the
Right.
you have the right to have shitty taste buds.
Well, apparently you do.
No, I have awesome taste buds. I'm almost a chef. So, oh god, this is awesome. What the fuck
I'll be
are
right-
11 people?
Honestly,
watching?
right.
For
Can I
fuck's
just
sake,
say
it's
something about the whole
brilliant.
community thing?
Oh god, Mama, I've sent you. What do you want me to send you the link? I'll send you to Sea Lion. I know. I'll send it to Sea Lion, honey. Jeez.
Right.
Yeah, I've been trying to
Man.
get it to her, but she wants it over Hangout, and I haven't got a clue how to send it over Hangout.
She just has to click on the darn.
So,
I'll send
so
it.
I'll just put it in chat. Fuck it. As you said earlier, we don't have a lot of people in here, so it's in chat.
Yeah,
Join us,
it's
Mom.
in chat.
Before I
Join us, please. God, we are man. Mum was
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yeah, we could use a chicken here. This is a major sausage festival.
Right. Before it disappeared.
Why are you driving fags?
No,
Wouldn't
she's
you
driving.
be driving a car and smoking
No,
fags?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Guys, am I supposed? I'm the drunk. Yeah. Did you guys smoke something?
I'm sorry.
Right. Before it disappeared,
No, you
I want to
don't
fucking
apologise.
put this to record, right? About this whole community shit and whether we're in a community or not. We don't exist in a community. We exist in a fucking cesspool. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know, the thing is, I do believe that we exist in a community, but I do not believe that the rules some people seem to think this community binds. I don't believe in those rules.
There is only one
That's what
rule
I-
well, at least from my perspective, the one rule that binds this community is we like to argue.
Well, there is that.
That's the only constant I've seen.
I remember where that thing came up. It was in the Bering stream. Bering was talking to Saint Clair, and then other people joined. And in the chat, I typed because they talked. Someone typed, "This is a community." I said, "No, this is not a community. This is a shared interest group."
No, I typed that was a fucking cesspool. I was in the same stream.
Well,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Do you know why I didn't mention who was on there? Because I don't give a fuck about them.
but the thing is,
I think you know who you mean, Chair. Who I mean, Chair.
Yeah.
Carlos, I think it's the same thing, though. I mean, a shared interest group,
Right.
in a way, is a community as well.
No, because the community has by definition has to have a leader.
Well, if you're in a
leader-
stream of bearing, and people are watching it because of bearing, then in that stream,
He's the
he
leader.
is the leader. Therefore, you are a community.
Unless he's passed out with his nose in a hooker's ass after he snorted coke
yes.
off it, like
If you can get that shit, I can't get that shit here. I fucking would love us.
What, you can't get hookers?
No, I can get hookers, but fuck that. Jeez, I'd rather wank than have a fucking hooker.
So would I. You know, I have never and I've been all over this world, and I have never hired a hooker ever in my life.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you just go to.
I just think that's gross. I think it's gross.
No, exactly. You just go to a normal supermarket and say, "Hello, honey, you look nice," and they'll come with you. Fuck off. Yeah.
Oh, I just go to the bar and whip out put a couple $100 bills on the fucking table and sit my drinks.
That is definitely the best way to do it. Everybody always talks about how you have to talk to a chick at a bar. You got to buy her a drink. No, you walk in there clean and fresh looking and drop a couple $100 bills on the bar. They will come to you.
Dude,
yeah, exactly. I had a friend of mine. No shit. We'd go into these nightclubs, and he always dressed like nice silk suits and all this shit like this. And, you know, he wasn't a bad looking little Mick. And he'd walk up to every fucking woman in that bar and he goes, "You want to fuck?" That's what he'd ask him.
Yep.
First question, "You want to fuck? You want to fuck?" And he'd go to every woman and he'd say, "You want to fuck?" They'd say no. He'd go to the next one. "You want to fuck?"
Yeah, I know a guy like that too.
He's being honest.
And he'd get laid every night.
Get laid every single day. Yeah, I know a guy like that.
He is honest. I'm so introverted. It's almost impossible me being introverted. I am.
So am I. I'm shy.
Thanks to my hangouts, I've actually. Jesus, I've improved myself. But that's another shit story. I don't want to.
Well, that's what you were saying the other night. There, you were saying you were nervous before. You're always nervous before a hangout.
Yeah, fucking hell. Whenever I start a hangout, about half an hour, 1 hour, when I get close to it, I am fucking sweating. I don't know why. Probably because I fear none of my guests will appear, and I know I can get guests. I just have to. I don't know why I send out invites and people come. I am so fucking humbled by that.
Well, like my first hangout, I was pretty fucking nervous, but then again, I was going on with like Bearing and Undoomed and CheshireCat, and after I watched them for a while, and they invited me in, and like I was nervous as a motherfucker, but then I got in there and it was all good.
Shit, I had Sargon in my channel, and I've talked to Sargon at least twice, and shit. I wasn't nervous talking to Sargon. In my hangout with Sargon, I don't appear nervous. I think I actually was okay with him. He knows his history. I know my archaeology. I know my limitations.
And I know fuck all.
I still have to get one-on-one with Sargon. I have had a bone to pick with him for quite some time, and I'm kind of upset. I missed last week's stream because of my personal stuff. I promise you, I will not. I have to give him a rest. So, Sargon, if you're listening, I have to give you a rest for a bit because I have more. I have a whole host of my friends that I have to get back into my stream.
When am I going to be in your stream?
Next week.
Where are you doling out these stream invites, sir?
Tuesday, Cheshire. Yes, I'll think of some topic. If not, I'll just make it a fucking open one.
I think we should have a whiskey a whiskey fucking hangout.
Actually,
done. Done. And I'll try and get Nicholas Goroff. He talks good, but I'll have to make it as a weekend. What about Saturday? Saturday about this time.
Yeah, I'll arrange stuff.
Sure.
I'm not going to be sure if I'm going to be there though. I would like to, but
Sunday.
I'll have to read.
Sunday.
Now weekends is going to be a little bit difficult for me because. Then again, no, it's holiday. I might be there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Well,
Sunday,
okay, Modwain. I'll still send you the invites, but I wanna get. We're gonna do a fucking real alcohol hangout. Because I want to change. I want to change my hangout to maybe the weekend because it's a bit complicated on Tuesdays. People work.
Yeah.
So weekends, I'm gonna try and this will be a test. I'll still make my Tuesday one next Tuesday, but this will be a test. See who comes on. But all of you guys, I've already put you a note. Put your guys' invites here. I'll start a screen and I'll try and get Nicholas Goroff because he actually writes for a magazine that talks about beer and whiskeys and alcohol and all that shit. So he would be the expert that we can go back to. I'm an expert on fucking drinking it. It's good for me. Fuck it. So.
Modwain, why can't I find the stream on your page?
It's not.
I'm trying to get it.
It's on Tom Sequitur's.
It's on Tom Sequitur's
right.
It's not mine.
Right.
I only run this show. I'm.
I forgot.
What's up? How's Tom? Why? What's?
I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could say anything. I mean, I haven't spoken to him. I haven't seen him for the longest time, and I'm.
My running theory is that he's trapped in like a feminist gulag somewhere.
No, I think Tom would hang himself before he fucking allowed that happen. He's like me, death before fucking.
Yeah, but they might have taken his shoelaces off of him because I know that's a common way for prisoners to kill themselves.
Yeah, no.
No,
if a prisoner wants to commit suicide, you cannot stop him.
Oh man,
most of them just stick their hands in their back of their pants and do a fucking header off the top of the bunks.
I would damn I've missed Secretary Tom's voice. I miss people. Shit.
Yeah. Like I said, it's been over 2 months since I talked to him.
I have to re-invite. I have to next Tuesday's stream's going to be an open for all. It's going to be full for all my old mates. You guys are going to be Saturday. I have to invite some other one, Mort, that awesome lady from
Port Rouge.
Mort Rouge. Yeah. Oh God, I love her voice. She's awesome. She's awesome. I have to get her back on, and I'll just have to look at all the people which I haven't invited in a while.
Well, I'm on
Because they need to come back.
Yeah, I'm on Tom's page right now, and this stream is not showing up.
No, you have to be on Tom Sequitur streams.
Yeah, here. I'll put a link.
Shoot it in the side, please.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you link me your channel, Martius and my nigger, I don't seem to have you on my wish list, so to speak. So if you drop your thingy, if you have a channel, if you drop it in, thank you.
I'm not dropping my thingy unless.
Neither have I.
Oh, what was I going to say?
Yeah, Cheshire, I have yours.
All right. Well, drop it in there anyway. I really need to put something else out on there, but I just have to sort through shit.
I haven't even looked at my page. Holy fuck! I got 89 subscribers now.
Ooh. Like every time I record and I listen back to it, I sound like I'm fucking tripping on Thorazine or something. I'm
Don't
just
think
like,
too much about it.
What is that?
Well,
it's an antipsychotic. It basically makes you.
Thorazine is happy lala.
Yeah, exactly.
Does the cure? Well, it doesn't cure because fucking depressions are. There's no cure, but does it treat
That's right.
depression?
That's right.
Well, no, there is a cure. It's just not very pretty.
There is a cure.
Well-
It's called memes.
Well, I sort of missed being shot by the depression. November. I was so close to getting a depression. What cured me? Twitter and alcohol.
Yeah, but
I just ran across a video. Yeah, get up and do something.
Yeah, that's it. It really is. It's dumb to recognize how easy it is, but get active. If you have a depression, start doing stuff. It really works. I don't know why well, I do know why it works, but it actually works.
It does, because it gets your dopamine levels moving. More exercise, dopamine gets into your system. It's it's just that, like, if you sit around and piss and moan and mope and fucking are in a dark room, well, naturally you're going to be depressed. You get outside and get around people and fucking, just goes to show that, that's the way it goes. You get the fucking neurons smashing together and poof, you're happy. Of course, a good bud doesn't help. It doesn't hurt either. So,
my case was I sort of works with people and outside and everything. I have shitty neighbors, and I was, because of the shitty neighbors, I was totally fucking. I couldn't sleep, and more because of my wife. She is depressed. She has a depression, and she's taking.
What fucking woman isn't depressed?
Yeah, but my wife got her depression because my mum had cancer and she died, and it was just too much. It's not. It was not actually a first world problem. It was actually a humanitarian.
This is not someone who got PTSD because of Twitter response.
Exactly. This is real shit. I'm just gonna brief it because it's fucking doesn't matter.
Are we gonna go through all this shit?
Anyway, between last year, July and November-ish, I was fucking drinking a bottle of whiskey to get to sleep. That's how bad I
usually do that.
You drink whiskey?
Hey, Father Nathan.
Hello, Father Mana.
Hey, I'll just be back. I'm just picking up kids. So I'm going to go mute for a little bit.
Sounds like a fucking police radio.
Yeah, you sound
10-4, good buddy.
God damn it! He has sunshine. It's gonna
We
be
got
fucking
a
cold.
boy.
Anyway, that's until then. Then I sort of got back to Twitter. I started saying, "Fuck it." What's happening in Twitter? I opened up Twitter. I typed in religion, more or less.
Oh,
I looked at, religious shit. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's how I was. No, I was so fucking angry. I just. was like a raging bull at fucking religion. I was debating creationists, debating Muslims, debating Scientologists even. I was fucking doing everything. Yeah, my favorites were the flat Earth creationists. Oh God, I was.
They were funny,
dude. Yeah. I used to argue about that with a mate as a joke. Fucking flat Earth theory.
And then I sort of discovered social justice. And I said, "Oh, these are even better than fucking creationists because they just fucking repeat the same shit all the time. I want something different."
They're a very particular type of stupid.
Yeah, they are like a broken fucking record. They I used up all my data in the first week. And then this was still November, and I didn't discover SJWs until January. So, fuck.
I've been aware of this shit since like Gamergate. I came in from a Total Biscuit side of it.
Yeah,
Gamergate is the most. Well, I'll give you an analogy of Portugal, of what Gamergate is. Okay, Gamergate is such. You have a team or a thing which is honest, and they want to do the best in their field. But then you got the other 3 or 4 teams that want to fuck up the original honest team. So they gang up on them. They invent shit. They have cognitive dissonance and all that shit. They invent. That is basically what Gamergate is. I'm doing the Portuguese analogy, football.
I can come up with an English analogy from that that's sort of based off of like a story that I'm not sure is true. It's based off Charles Darwin when he first presented his ideas about evolution. He was mocked, saying, apparently it spawned the saying, "Oh, I'd rather be the uncle of a monkey compared to someone who brings mockery to a place of science." That's how I think of it.
Exactly. I can't think of the actual defender of Darwin.
Dude, I'm too fucking drunk to remember.
Yeah, so am I. His name was he was given the nickname of the Darwin's bulldog because he debated.
You're talking about.
This is evolution and the origin of species, Darwinism, and evolution and biology. That guy debated
Thomas Henry Huxley.
No, it wasn't Huxley.
Oh, well, to be fair, I did just type Darwin's bulldog into Google, and this was the name they gave me.
Oh, it could have been, but he didn't debate the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Banterbury.
Or did he?
No. This is a different. This is Darwin's bulldog. I think was actually his brother-in-law.
It was exactly. It was someone that actually debated. Who said at the end? Who basically summarized? I'd rather be the uncle of a monkey than be related to you, the Archbishop of Canterbury. That was the debate.
That's probably where I'm getting it from.
So yeah. So if it was Huxley, I accept it. I'm just too drunk to fucking. Oh, Ramblings. Who's Ramblings? No, that's not.
Ramblings is a cool dude. He was the last time.
But he doesn't. He's callous, but it's callous to beat, obviously. How are you, man?
Dude.
How are you, Ramblings? I'm the other Carlos, by the way.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You're the important Carlos.
Guys, I'm sorry. You should get easy and original names so that everyone knows who you are. Marty's pretty good. CheshireCat, where
I have
modwain.
I was about to say I'm going to have to change this soon because even my girlfriend tried to find me on fucking YouTube and she couldn't. So it's one of them. I'm going to have to fucking change this eventually. I don't know what to like, but
Cheshire's fucking awesome. Cheshire's a nice place.
It's a good name, but
it's a good name.
It's a good name, but from what I've discovered, half the fucking population of the planet thought, "Ooh, that's going to be a good name for a YouTube channel."
It was hard to find was fucking drive me crazy.
Cheshire is a fucking nice place, and I've googled it. I've even visited with Google Maps. So yeah.
I live in county. I don't know what fucking county you went to, like, but
in all fairness, though, when I started my channel with Modwain Aileron, if I tried to find myself in YouTube, it didn't let me. It simply didn't let me. If I typed out my name, it suggested a different name. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll give it a try. So I said, okay, I'm going to go with your suggested name. And then there was nothing to be found on the suggested name as well. And if I looked at my own name, then half of the time I couldn't find me. I'm a little bit bigger now, so it really does make a difference, because then it finds you a bit easier, but still small. I mean, I'm not even at 200 yet. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should try to do a co-op with Bearing or Sargon or something. I mean, I've seen people going co-op with those guys, and after they've done a co-op, they went from no one to a few thousand. That's pretty amazing.
I honestly don't give a shit. I'm not here for the views or the.
No, neither am I.
I know exactly.
That's why I tell people don't subscribe to my channel, because I'm not a fucking content creator, right? I'm a shit talker, shit poster.
Yeah. I've only done 2 videos, and I'm way overdue on my 3rd. It may take a long time. I don't care. I'm happy doing my little hangouts. I love my talks. They're so informal. I think I make people relaxed, because there's no fucking formal shit. We talk like this one. I came in, I've derailed the conversation totally, and I fucking apologize for that. We're supposed to be talking about
this fucking conversation was off the rails to begin with.
No, I tried it a bit in the beginning. I just gave up because. But again, I was really hoping to have a good talk about cultural appropriation. How long does it take to say
honestly
stupid?
I can give examples of cultural appropriation is bullshit. Like, I'll just let's start back again. Okay, cultural appropriation. Did you guys know that arigato is a Portuguese word that the Japanese use? Tempura, it's also a Portuguese word meaning tempered, that the Japanese use for their or tempura, whatever. Banana is a Portuguese word. Banana is a Portuguese word. So every person that uses banana are culturally appropriating Portuguese culture. Emus from Australia. Emus is another fucking Portuguese word. So fucking stop using emu. It's my word. But I don't mind.
Considering there's a local archaeologist who's obviously into history, he could probably correct me on this, but aren't we pretty much all sort of culturally appropriating Latin? Like, fucking speech for starts? Because English is based off of Latin.
No, it's not. English is based on Germanics.
Let's get back to the basics. Most of Europe, except for the Basques, and I suspect the Finns, but I know the Basques is not an Indo-European language. Now, Indo-European language is everything from India, where India is, Bangladesh, coming to West, Russia, Pakistani, Urdu, Turk, the Arab languages, the Aramaic languages, Germanic languages, Latin, Celtic languages. They are all Indo-European languages, right? Except for the Basques. That I know, right? So,
yeah, the Finnish are Asian. I think Japanese or something.
No. If they are not Indo-European, they are that. Or look at the Basques. It's a fucking category which my drunken brain just doesn't work.
Yeah, but the Finnish came later because they came through Russia from the Asian.
What era is
Areas.
this?
They are still. It's still an Indo-European language then, because Russia is an Indo-European.
No,
language.
they came from beyond Russia. They came through Russia, but they came from probably Japan, maybe China.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, my fucking level of like history stops just before like the
I'm
start of the feminist movement.
I'm going to Wikipedia. Let's see what Wikipedia says. Right, it's spoken in the monotongue in Sweden. It's Uralic Finnish? Is it the Indo-European language? That's where we have to say. Estonian's an Indo-European language. So if it's Uralic and Finnic is based on the same. So yes, it's
Finnic. I'm not sure if it is because Suomi is.
Suomi, no.
Suomi is Finnish.
No, Suomi. Finland has actually 2 or 3 languages.
Okay, when I talk about Finland, I always kind of only talk about Suomi.
A language spoken by it's ethnic Finns. That's sort of Finland. The official language.
But yeah, it says it's also Proto-Indo-European. So
exactly. So it's Proto-Indo-European. So it's basically the same. While Basque is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basque has no action. It's. This is. Don't quote me. Don't, please. I believe it was one of the original languages was spoken in the Iberian Peninsula.
Just to interject, I think I have to admit that half of this fucking stream has just died from the knowledge overload. We've all gone into a stroke.
What?
Oh, come on. Those 5 minutes a week, you actually learn something. Stay awake.
Exactly. I can, even though I'm fucking drunk, I can make my whatever I say slightly exciting. It's a
Mate, after I'm drunk, I go for Justin Trudeau logic. It's 2016. I don't have to learn.
I want to punch that cunt in the head.
Oh god! Now let's get back to cultural appropriation.
I really want to punch him in the head. I really want to punch him in the head.
I saw a small movie, and this is cultural appropriation again, of Justin Trudeau in a mosque saying how great and integrated the people were, because you could see the man in front and you see the women on the balcony. I mean, come on, mate. That's segregation. You're talking about segregation.
Balcony. The sisters in the balcony.
If Justin Trudeau actually wants to learn how well a fucking multicultural society is going, he should have conversations with fucking Angela Merkel.
Oh God!
She actually said sorry.
What's up, nobody?
I read an article today in which she said sorry. Bringing in all these migrants wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, but she's trying to get re-elected, so.
Yeah, there is that.
For the Canadians, Patricia Hadjdu.
Hey, nobody.
The minister for status of women. Did you see her fucking absolute cognitive dissonance in her speech in the Canadian Parliament?
I'm a Canadian, and I don't watch Canadian politicians at all.
Oh man, she basically said, "We have to respect because we are super strong Canadian multicultural bullshit. We have to respect the cultures of others. That makes us super strong." And the French. One of the French representative from not French, the French-speaking representative said, Are you fucking? But this is paraphrasing. Are you fucking crazy? You're trying to basically saying that the segregation of women, where your fucking party ran on that we have to have 50%. We have to have no. Oh God, my brain's stopping.
Gender equality in the cabinet.
Gender equality in the whole of Canadian society, and he goes to a fucking mosque which has no gender equality. The fucking apologetics would have made
Carlos. When he went to that mosque, he took 3 ministers with him, all women, and they all had to sit up in the balcony.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's real fucking equality right there.
Fucking
Yes.
But if that doesn't displays the dysfunctionality of the way you're trying to be multicultural, then nothing does.
Multicultural is nothing but fucking cultural genocide.
Building, right?
No, multicultural. This is what multicultural should be. We have a rule of law. Okay, that's the basis.
Yeah.
You follow the fucking laws of the country. Now, we allow in a multicultural society, we allow you expressing your food, your clothing, but as long as it doesn't fucking suppress you like hijab does not.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all of the Muslim countries, the fucking beehive suit is not what they were. You just have to look at the 70s, the traditional garb of Afghanistan, Pakistan, in all those countries. They were brightly covered and brightly colored and all that shit. That is what the culture is. That is
that's what the culture was.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly. Okay.
You let all the religious fucking crazies start taking over.
Exactly. The original clothing, the original traditional garb that they had, the traditional music that they had, the traditional festivals that they had. That is what multiculturalism is. It's not fucking beehive suits for the Muslim. It's not.
That's right.
That is.
Well, I don't want anybody walking around the streets dressed like they're wrapped up in a fucking Glad garbage bag. Like, it's fuck.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I don't really care whether they do or not. Don't get me wrong. If they want to, I mean, we're in the Western world, so I want to see your face. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. You can wear what you want.
Yeah,
But it becomes
fucking burqa ban.
it doesn't bother me personally.
But it becomes an issue when some of these people tell me what I should wear because I'm in their area in my country. Say what now?
I'll kill a motherfucker that tries that with me in this country.
The only thing I can really say about stuff when it comes to Islam and their clothing sort of regulations, is a way to put it, is, yeah, same rules as here. Don't cover your face, otherwise you are going... Don't be surprised if when you cover your face, you're treated as a bit of a, oh, he's going to do something that he can be arrested for as a criminal.
Well, that's the funny thing.
That's not even directly tied to Islam either. That's like,
but
honestly,
that's the funny thing.
I think that stems from like the idea of the crook in the ski mask whose face you can't see.
Exactly.
It
think
goes
that's where
one
it comes
further
from.
though. ISIS has now banned the niqab. You're not allowed to wear the niqab in ISIS land because there have been some terrorist attacks against ISIS.
Oh, the fucking
Okay, the beekeeper suit thing. Okay, now check this out. There's a chick that was dressed up one of these things. She went into a bank, handed the fucking woman at the teller a note that said, "Give me my winnings." The woman took the money out of the drawer, gave it to her. She walked out of that bank, down 2 blocks, did the same thing again. Neither one of the tellers did that because they didn't call the cops because they didn't want to appear fucking racist.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't understand how that's a... I mean,
That's some
you want to
We
call
got
me a
all sorts
racist?
of
Go
shit like
ahead.
that
It
here.
means nothing.
Really?
Because of social justice, vegetables, that's what I'm calling them. I've already started. I'm calling them vegetables.
Honestly,
That's what their mental capacity are. They're 5-year-old vegetables, right? They have diluted words racist. They call me racist. I laugh in their faces. It means nothing. It's like calling me a square.
Yeah.
Do the old people here remember what was what people felt like being called a square?
Yeah, I know. Like I
Yeah,
say, I'm
we
probably
do.
the oldest guy on
We
the
do
stream
that
right now.
exactly. Yeah. I just say to them, "Oh, you called me a racist." I didn't give a fuck.
I get called a racist at least 10 times a day.
Exactly. It's fucking.
Yeah. I mean,
I go, your point.
Anytime I've disagreed with anybody who is not white, immediately they jump to racist. Racist. It's like they're so used to people being awkward around them that they're afraid that anybody who does treat them like an equal is automatically racist.
No, it's the all-knowing impenetrable shield. It's the all-knowing impenetrable shield. Racism. You can claim that anywhere, and you will instantly get a reaction of, "Wait a minute, am I being racist?" And I mean, or at least you used to. Nowadays, the words become diluted, as Carlos said. But it was the all-knowing defense against any type of inequality that they might be.
My dear friends, do you know what I use as an excuse? I made a sort of a video to a friend of mine, Red Frog, but she didn't make the video, so I used the footage that I made for her and added a bit of a commentary at the start. I talked about race. Now, this is what it is. Humans, our species, have no races. A race is a subspecies. There is no Homo sapiens negroid. There is no Homo sapiens caucasus. There is no Homo sapiens mongoloideus. Do you see what I mean? See what I'm getting at? So,
well,
if anyone,
I had an argument with this guy yesterday. He's I guess he's a black model, right? And I tried to. I said something about a nigger, right? And I says, well, being a nigger is a state of mind, not a color of the skin. And he instantly calls me racist.
Of course, and do you know what I say to them? Excuse me, there are, but basically, this is paraphrase. Use this. There are a human species. Human beings are not races. There are no human races, so it doesn't exist. Fuck off. That's what I say to them.
Even using their own logic doesn't work, though.
Well, yeah, talking logic to retarded people is like,
exactly. I know it's a fucking losing battle.
That's the fuck off at the end.
Sadly, I can't quote the person, but I remember having an argument with someone, and they said, "Oh, when have you ever been racially abused?" And I come out with the same thing that I always come out with is playing. Oh, I can't even think what game it was. I'm terrible with my facts here, obviously. It was a multiplayer game. I was called a limey cunt and then blocked from the game.
Might have been me.
I was playing. Yeah.
Might have been me.
As soon as I said that, they said, "Oh, well, that's not a genuine thing. Obviously, you're just trying to fucking lie about it."
Gamers tend to be very belligerent people in some games anyway.
I'm extensively belligerent just by choice because it's kind of fun.
Like
you react.
Fuck you, nigga.
Skills.
Those that don't know me yet, I'm a cultural limey.
I have a question. I have a question for Cheshire. Okay.
Go on.
Okay. I got a British friend, and he goes to the bar, and he gets a pint of draft, and he pours about I don't know, about an inch of 7-Up in it.
Yeah.
Is that a thing over in England?
Yeah, not only in England, by the way. That's the thing in
a pint.
Yeah.
No.
A pint of beer. A pint of beer, and he'll pour ginger or 7-Up in it.
Really?
I'd never seen that before in my life, and I thought,
it's a
I've
variation.
never fucking heard of that in my life. Every time I've
It's
ordered
a
a pint, I
variation
just
of a
drink
Snow
it.
White.
We have a name.
Sounds like a poor man's Snow White.
It's called a panache in Portugal.
Called fucking gross is what it is.
Yeah.
It's called unpronounceable.
You can do the same. You can do the same with cola. By the way, you can do a pint and cola.
God no!
Fucking cold and malted.
I'm going to discuss disgust you guys. There is also a drink here which we mix in Portugal, beer and fucking wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we call it a champarion.
Mm. This.
My mother-in-law likes it. I can't stand that shit.
In England, we have something called a snake bite, which is bitter and lager mixed. So a can of beer and a bitter can of beer, I guess.
I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. As an American, I'm gonna culturally appropriate these drinks to try them on my own, and then spread the word.
Just
fill your fucking boots.
Lager, honestly.
I think in Germany and Austria they do wine and 7-Up, call it Spritzen or something.
Probably.
I love. There is a fucking awesome drink where you mix. Do you know the martini small bottles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get a pint glass. You put one of those martini little small martini bottles in it, and you fill it up with a draft beer. It has to be a draft beer. It can't be a Pilsner or a draft beer. It can't be anything strong. It is the most fucking awesome drink you can ever have. And it's got a sort of a risque name. At least in my area, it's called a kick in the cunt.
I was going to say a dumb cunt, but
no, it's called a kick in the cunt. I'll tell you, if you are fucking thirsty and it's a very fucking hot day, it actually is quite enjoyable. It works well.
If I ever make that over here, I'm gonna give it to someone and call it a kick in the Clinton.
Try it, or a small shot of martini. It has to be the dark martini, not the white martini rosso, whatever. Just a shot in a pint glass of beer. If you're fucking hot and it's hot day, drink it. It's perfect.
Cold can of beer is the best thing for a hot day.
It's the only thing which I actually mix with beer. Beer has to be pure. Wine has to be pure. Drunk like that. Whiskey, fuck it. You can drink it with anything.
No.
Hangover. Yes, you can. Don't be a
Clamato juice.
You can drink.
You guys all know
what whiskey, right? What?
What?
Repeat again. It's
Clamato juice.
Please speak the English.
CLAMOTO.
Clamato juice.
Clamato?
Yes.
Tomato.
Yeah. Clamato. Like clitoris.
No. Clamato. That's a fruit of what?
Well, it's a mix of clam and tomato.
Oh.
But that's for hangovers, man. I know those hangover drinks. And you put ketchup and Tabasco and all that shit, yeah.
Oh.
No, beer. Whiskey you can drink with soda, with ginger ale, with lemonade, with Coke, with...
Jack and Coke or Jack and Lemo, I can handle that.
Jack and Coke actually got a name change.
Dr. Dre, maybe.
Like that, there was a petition, and apparently a Jack and Coke is now called a Lemmy after the dude from Motorhead who died.
Jack is what? Jack Douglas? What's Jack?
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, Jack Daniels.
Bourbon?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's bourbon. I'm not talking about bourbon. I'm talking about whiskey.
Oh, don't fuck. My mum makes
Jack
the argument
Daniel's
of that
Tennessee
all
whiskey.
the fucking time.
Oh,
Bourbon is a whiskey.
I extend my apology, or a sincere apologies to my dear American friends, which I didn't say. American bourbon is not whiskey. It isn't. I'm sorry.
Off.
It's not.
Well, no, it's not.
It's
It's
bourbon.
bourbon.
It's bourbon.
It's not.
you guys.
It's like they call them Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, but
whiskey is
Scotch. You're better off fucking cleaning your drains with it than drinking it. Like,
Well, if it's whiskey, it has to be Scotch, otherwise it isn't.
But
whiskey.
there are two ways of writing whiskey. Whiskey without the e is Scotch.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's right.
Everything
Whiskey.
else is with the ey, right?
Yep. That's the
But
difference.
bourbon is bourbon.
Bourbon is good. I like.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. Bourbon is good. Yes, I
it's not
like
whiskey.
bourbon. It's not whiskey. That's just it.
Funny enough, though, that's the one reason why I do like bourbon. I don't like whiskey.
Yeah, bourbon. Shit. I don't drink it regularly. It has to be a really, really good special occasion where I go to my cafe, which sells me 18-year-old Glenfiddich. No, Glenlivet. Glenlivet. Better.
Yep.
Glenlivet. Japanese good whiskey. Really good Japanese whiskey and all that shit. So he's a very good supplier. And
Japanese whiskey.
it's good, man. Try it.
Stop appropriating other cultures, man.
And
Drink
I'm
your own
gonna
stuff.
go out so that Mama can come in. So y'all.
What's it
have
called,
fun.
though?
oh, okay.
Well, mate,
Have a good one.
I mean, there's only what?
Oish.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
there's only
6, 7.
8 there.
No, you can get 10 people in.
Yeah, so
You get 10
that was
people.
that
Get your
was
ass back in here then.
Mark. You can still stay, mate. I mean, there is room.
Do I need to teach you guys the history of whiskey? And
No, you know what? No, you know what,
Oh,
Mark? Get the
don't.
fuck out. No one wants you here.
it'll be in 2 seconds or 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
I can't.
Do you guys get like real moonshine over there now? Do they sell it in liquor stores over there now?
You mean in England?
Yeah.
Oh.
Europe, whatever.
No.
How to put it?
No.
How to
Well,
put
I mean,
this?
you guys seceded.
No,
so then you started running prohibitions.
How to put this the best way? Yeah, it's sold in stores, but not as legal as you'd think. If you ask for their own brand stuff, it's moonshine.
Yeah. Well, over here now they loosened up on the laws, and now you can buy like real 80 proof. The best you can do is 80 proof over here, right?
Yeah.
So legally, but they started selling it in mason jars over here. White lightning. What the fuck is that? That'll rip the barn doors off.
No. I honestly don't shop at my local for their own brand of stuff because I don't trust them to actually brew anything.
Well, my people out here brew moonshine all the time, like real fucking grain fucking alcohol, man. One shot and she just lifts you up about a foot.
If it's alcohol that's been distilled, let's say they distill it purely, can go only up to 90 proof, 90%, 90 proof.
Yeah.
No, not even 90%, 90 proof. And that I've seen a Yugoslav pear brandy, 90 proof.
Oh, that pear brandy. Ooh wee.
Yeah.
Brandy is quite nice.
So
I've never been a brandy fan. If
I
I had my,
drink
if I
it
had
over Christmas time, honestly.
yeah, if I had enough money to drink something all the time, I'd drink Johnny Walker Green Label. But that's $260 a fucking bottle, right?
it's
That's expensive shit.
Gunny. You don't have to spend so much to drink much better whiskey than that.
Oh, I like that stuff though.
Oh, okay. That's yes. We yes. No, I can't say anything. Exactly. You like that stuff. If
You like
whiskey-
that stuff? Fuck you.
No.
Now,
It's,
no. Now hold on. I'm gonna let you admit that it's stuff you like, but I'm still gonna tell you why you're wrong.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So just sit down and let
I
me
was-
learn you a thing, son.
Let me learn you something.
Bushmills normal is fucking better than Green Label.
I like Chevets too. I don't know if you guys ever drank that.
Shivers,
But,
Shivers, yes.
yeah, that stuff's good.
Old Pa.
I'm
yeah, I
completely
think
unfamiliar with these.
Old Pa.
Well, they're good- they're good.
You better write down these names. I'm giving you fucking awesome whiskey.
Well, just like Jack Daniel's single
Bushmills.
barrel.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jack
yes,
Daniel's
yes.
single barrel. That's good
Oh
stuff.
God, I bought one. I bought a bottle of that shit. It was fucking wow.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It's expensive, but it's good.
Yes. Here I bought it for 55 euros.
Yeah, it's about the same here. It's about $60 a bottle.
It's not bad.
Oh God, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I
that's
missed
great
that.
stuff.
My supplier that gets me the 18-year-old Glenlivet, he hasn't brought that as well. I'll have to ask him because it was good. Right. Whoever wants to write down good fucking whiskies, cheap shit. Any Irish whiskey, Bushmills, Jameson, Tullamore Dew, they are fucking awesome.
Jameson, I can back up. I like that.
Yeah. They are all
I
fucking
can-
good. Okay. Scotch
I can
whiskey.
drink that.
Now let's divide this shit down. If you like single malt, Glenlivet, Delaware's, but I won't go to whiskies that are more than 100 euros.
Yeah.
Because there are some fucking whiskies that can fetch 70 grand.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck
Fuck
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, that like I was telling you that guy that sent me that whiskey over from Ireland that he found in it when he was I was offered $500 for a bottle of that.
You should have sold it for 10,000. You would have still
I
said
drank the
sold it
fucking
for
shit.
cheap shit. Yeah. You did well.
I drank it. I wasn't selling it.
You did well. Right. I'm going to the cheap, the whiskies that us normal people can drink. Any whiskey that any of you guys can find below $50 American, $60 Canadian, no, $70 Canadian. That's $70 Australian for any Australian listeners. Good whiskies: Delaware, Old Pa.
Missed out the fucking GP.
Justurinian Brooks, 15-year-old is quite good. J&B is quite good. It's good. It's not bad. Not bad. The Spanish love that shit. Don't go for the more expensive one. Get the standard famous grouse.
Yeah,
It is
famous
much
grouse
good.
is all right.
I vote that we just rename this stream "Bullshit and Whiskey."
Yeah.
Although,
Honestly, at this point,
I second that.
I do have this
Modwain-
conversation back.
Modwain's the boss.
Well, Modwain is going to call ends to it because Modwain is nearly falling asleep here, which isn't that much of a problem. But I can't just walk away and go to bed because I have no idea how that works.
I'm going to stay for until my time, 12:30. It's 12:17 at the moment.
Yeah, something
midnight.
around that here too.
Yeah.
But I am sorry. I am going to call it because I'm listening to you guys talk, and
you're falling asleep.
I enjoy what you talk, and then I'm like, do I want to interject? Do I want to say something? Fuck it. No, I'm too tired.
I could just give a quick 5-second list of more or less, and then just stop the stream.
This was a 5-second list 5 minutes ago.
Indeed, Carlos.
Oh man, I've been so interrupted by it so many times. I'm drunk. That's fact.
You know,
Yeah, sure. Put the blame
mind.
on everyone else. Why don't you just go to the UN and claim we were fucking blocking you from talking?
Oh,
Yeah, well, who knows? You can probably
Duke easy.
You can do a Zoe Quinn and claim PTSD.
Yeah.
I really want to troll the UN and them electing the Portuguese candidate as the next Secretary General. Oh God, I'd love that. Do you know why? I can fucking stick it up a certain wanking simian. Well, the God King of the wanking simians. I don't want to be too crass about it. I don't try to do that. Fuck. I want.
Get to the fucking point.
There are people that reckon Portugal's shit, and if
I swear there was a point here somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
There is a point. I've forgotten the candidate, the Portuguese candidate. That's how fucking drunk I am. If he wins, I would be so fucking ironic that you wouldn't guys believe.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back to the fucking...
Guterres, that's his name. Antonio Guterres. If he wins the Secretary General of the United Nations, I'm gonna fucking send that notice to idiots that have always tried to put me down. And I'm not a vindictive person, but I never forget. And I'm going to bed. I'm fucking so drunk you wouldn't believe it. Good thing that tomorrow I have a day off.
Okay, well, you know what? I am going to end the little stream then. I'm going to give everyone one last thing to say, and then I'm going to finish it.
Oh, dear God, one last thing to say. We're going to be here for another hour.
Okay, that was yours. Next.
My last stream, Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. London time. I have a test stream.
About
Cheshire, modwain, Gunny.
The people who've managed to fucking survive this stream can come, basically.
I'll gladly be there.
And a few others. You guys know, it's Castrejo67 on Twitter. If you guys want to be on it, please send me a message.
I do.
I want to try it.
I'll be there.
So send me a CASTR Castrejo. Fuck, just click on my fucking...
Got it.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Last words. This is an invitation from Castreo for his stream.
I'm doing 10:30 p.m. Saturday. We will be fucking talking about alcohol and fucking whiskey and shit.
Shooting shit.
Okay, Cheshire, last words.
Ooh, 1 second. I'm going to quote myself here. If feminism is cancer and feminists don't like funding for prostate cancer research, is feminism prostate cancer?
Okay, that's a good question. Nobody.
Oh, right. I get to say something?
Oh,
yeah, I'll be nice.
Okay, if anyone's looking for a stream member, I'm single.
Games, send me a message or follow me and send me a message. I'll answer.
All right,
Martius.
Well, I just want to use. Normally, I use this to say something witty or funny. I want to plug my favorite author, a guy by the name of Richard A. Gabriel. He is probably the single greatest military historian of our day. He's written dozens of books on the subject of war and ancient militaries and even modern militaries. He's a professor at the Royal Canadian the Royal Canadian Military Academy. Fuck my stutter. But I highly recommend anybody. My favorite is No More Heroes. Just read this guy. He's great.
Well, you know what? Next time, bring a link.
Yes.
And I'll post it.
Yes.
Seriously, I mean it.
If you go come on my stream, yes, I'll post the link.
All right.
And
I'll do that.
I can read that.
It's going to be my turn now. I want to have the last word. Guys, thank you all for coming.
Kill me.
Thank you. Father Nutten, Mark, and there we go. Evil Gunny, you already left. Thank you all for coming too. Thank you, people in the stream, for typing with us. And yeah, let's plug my channel one more time. Check my stuff. It's amazing. I don't know.
I would plug mine, but I have yet to upload fuck all onto there, to be honest.
Get on to it,
I'll
mate.
plug him. I'll plug him. Go subscribe to CheshireCat. Just be fucking cuz.
Yes, exactly.
Just the non-content.
Game.
Let's try to get him 50 subscribers. Everyone, somehow, just name drop him in one of your videos. See how many subscribers we can get him without him uploading a damn thing.
Yeah.
Just name drop him.
Well, if he gets more subscribers than me, I will be very peeved.
Ooh.
Me too.
There's your challenge.
But
Then.
if he gets more subscribers than you, he can then, send it back to us because we got him up there. And he didn't upload a damn thing, so his first video could be like, yo, go check these guys out. Think of it, it's like an investment.
Fucking shit about who subscribes to me. I love all of them that do though. But if they do subscribe to me, they're getting me. That's what I am. So, yeah. Okay.
Well,
last word, Tom. Last word, Modwain.
Yeah, that were my last words.
Fucking kill me.
So thank you all for coming, and I'm going to click on the button to stop the broadcast. Click.